Hey YouTube, it's James, it's Master Mewtwo. As you can see, I'm rocking the Mewtwo wallpaper in the background. But as you can see here, I have PokeGen open. This is going to be a little bit of a tutorial for those of you who want to take part in the Breedlocke with me by sending me some eggs. So what you can do is just watch and I'll give you a little bit of a walkthrough here. If you haven't downloaded it yet, I will have everything in my description. It will literally be a copy of the description that I set up for my announcement video. But basically, as you can see, here's PokeGen. I'll get into PIDs later, but right now let's look over. So you got your species here. You can pick from Abomasnow to Zweilous. Let's pick a basic. Okay, here's Timber. So you make a tip. Timber's a 5th gen Pokemon. What else is there to say? It evolves up to Girder and Conkeldurr. So you can make your nickname. As you can see, pops up some characters here. And you can scroll down, you get your letters, you get your accents, and all that crap. So put in a name, Tutor the Timber. How clever. It's not. Okay, so what I would like, leave the experience at 0 and level 1, which will be fine. So nature is whatever you want to make it, don't mind the blinking. Nature's how, jeez. Nature's whatever you want to make it, from adamant down to timid. Please try to keep the nature equal to like the best nature for the Pokemon in question. Like for Timber, you'd want an adamant one, because that will up attack and bring down special attack, I believe. If my thing would stop blinking so much so I can find adamant. Yeah, minus special attack. Held item, you got your full list here, including TMs. If you want to attach a TM for your Pokemon to learn, go right ahead, and then I'll just attach an item that I feel is best suited. Personally, I don't attach items all the time, because personally I don't use too many hold items unless they're good. Like if it was a Cyndaquil, I'd give it a Charcoal. If it was Bulbasaur, Miracle Seed, and along those lines. If it's a rest moveset, Rest plus the Chesto Berry, I might include Sleep Talk on the Rest Pokemon in question. Anyway. Happiness 0. That way, all I have to do is take one step left, right, or down from the PC, and I pick up the egg hatches basically instantaneously. Abilities, you have all your abilities here. Just gotta move the window back up again. You have all your abilities here. This is adaptability to Zen mode. Zen mode, I think, is whatever the hell, Darmanitan's baby form. And then you have 1 and 2, and I'll bring that up when I bring up the PID screen. So country doesn't matter: France, Quebec, Germany, Italy, Japan, South Korea, etc. Origin is not as important either, but if it's a Pokemon from 5th gen, it's not going to come from Colosseum, it's not going to come from Heart Gold or Pearl. It's going to come from Black 2, White, or White 2. So if you're going to make a 5th gen Pokemon, please make it Black or Black 2, White, or White 2. Pokerus, as you all know, Pokerus is one of those awesome things that help Pokemon gain EVs really quickly, as you can see. It does, so yeah, has virus. You have from 1 up to 15, which means it'll have the virus. And then 0 to 15 here, which means how many days, I believe it is, that it'll have it. Here we go, egg and shiny. If you want to make it because this is one thing you'll have clicked, is the egg. because I want it as an egg, not as a Pokemon. If I get it as a Pokemon, I will automatically delete it, and it will be as if you sent me nothing. Shiny is up to you, but I'll get into a few more details about shiny later, male or female. If you send me a genderless Pokemon, say so, but I discourage it because genderless Pokemon don't breed really, and this is going to be a wedlock as well. So it's wedlock and egglocke, which means mating. It's basically mating pairs, which is why I chose this. If it's going to be a genderless Pokemon, I'm going to hatch it and throw it in the box immediately. And if I can find if I hatch another genderless Pokemon, I can probably throw those two in, treat them almost like an androgynous couple. So it'll be like male, female, however it is. Okay, so the Met tab, you got your game here, so it'll be black or white. Location doesn't matter. Pokeball, this is where you get to personalize it as well. With the Pokeball, you have your Cherish Ball, which is the red ball, Dive Ball, Dream Ball, etc. And Master Ball, that would just be funny. So you get all these balls. Basically, it shows up when you release the not release the Pokemon, but send it out for battle. You throw the ball out, and it's the specific ball, whether it's Premier Ball, Master Ball, Safari Ball, etc. Change this automatically to level 1. The date is as whatever when you make it, that's no problem. Encounter, you have an entire list of how I encountered it. It doesn't matter really how I encountered it, as long as it's one of these are selected basically. Fateful encounter is optional as well. As egg is mandatory. It has to be as an egg. Hatch conditions, you can leave that blank because it doesn't matter, because I'll be hatching it in a Pokemon Center, in whichever city I'm in. Stats. I'm going to skip stats. I'll go back to stats when I go to when I give you PIDs. But basically EVs, you can go on Cerebi.net. You can go on to Bulbapedia. You can go onto all these different sites and check out like EV stats for Pokemon. Please don't leave EVs blank. I would because if I catch a Pokemon later on in the game and I'm leveling up with rare candies, all of a sudden I'm showing no growth whatsoever, basically, that Pokemon is pretty much useless. And it'll be put in the box and left to basically turn into a missing number. Anyway, random IVs, you can do that. Randomize EVs, you can. However, please don't. If you can, go onto Cerebi.net, look up the max evolved form, and then you can fill out the EVs accordingly. So attacks. Attacks can't be stressed. That at least one. Please, at least one. With that in mind, you can enter moves that are level up moves, as long as they're legal to the basic form of the Pokemon. If it's going to show up on the evolved form, if it does have an evolved form, sorry. What did I just say? I'll start again. So as long as the moves coincide with the basic form, you can put it on. Evolved forms may end up learning more, that's true, but in this case, please keep it to the basic Pokemon. Another thing, don't add TM moves or HM moves. If I feel it necessary, I will teach the HM moves accordingly. If I feel it necessary, I will teach the TM moves accordingly. But for the moves you do teach, you can use the PP ups, I don't mind. Max them out if you want, it doesn't matter to me. Chances are I'll end up using a PP up on it anyway, so you can see it's got absorbed to Zen Headbutt. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so with this, feel free to mark your Pokemon with these. When I do in Lemio's stuff, I marked it heart, triangle, diamond. That was my marker. So when he hatched one of the other Japanese Pokemon, the accidental Japanese Pokemon he just hatched, in one of his last ones, I forget which Pokemon it was, he did hatch it, and it showed the heart, triangle, diamond marker, and that was my marker. Mary J actually is the Bulbasaur I sent him. It was supposed to be named Flower, by the way. Anyway, and you can see the ribbons here. The ribbons are unnecessary, but you can fill it out, make it look cool with the ribbons. That's fine. Anyway, so I will talk about PIDs and stats. So we're back to Timber the Tutor, or Tutor the Timber. Wow, that went weird. Okay, so basically, this here, I'll just click on egg. This here, shiny. Shiny denotes whether or not, okay, so this means it's optional. The blank means that it's just, you can just, it's not a shiny at all. And with the checkbox, it means it's going to be shiny. Hidden power, it's up to you. You can check it off, and then you can pick whatever hidden power would work with it most. What I did with Lemio, with the eggs I made for Lemio, that have been actually dispersed quite widely, and Mr. Dex HD, he's using one of my, he's already hatched 2 of my Pokemon, Glider, the Starly, and Spike the Cyndaquil. What I did for them is I picked the most likely hidden powers that they'll want. So with Spike, I'm thinking, okay, water, ground, rock, hidden power, grass. It's a timber, so likelihood it's going to be dealing with psychic types, with flying types. So better, more often than not, you want the hidden power dark. Here's with abilities. You know how it's like the ability 1 and 2? In the PID finder, it says ability either, but the ability you put in is designated as 1, so you'll want to pick 1. Nature reflects the nature you've chosen. And then after that you reselect the gender, so in this case it's a male, so leave it male. And it's got a shiny. You hit search, it pulls up, you can see the percentage here, it's looking up the exact things for hidden power dark, its species, its nature, the ability you've chosen, the gender you've chosen. Method, I'm not 100% sure on method, but it's there for it to be there. So once it all fills out, this may take a while, so I'll keep describing it. When the progress finishes up, it will fill out the IVs for you, basically. So you can leave it just as it is. This polarity thing, I don't know what it means, but I think it refers to the nature, which is fine. The number of priority, so in this case it would be, okay, which stat do you want highest, most, first? So all of them are at priority 1, which means top priority, so each one is equal. And after it's done searching, wow, it's taken a long time, that's insane. Okay, let's just hit stop. Okay, so no, it didn't show anything, it didn't come up as anything. But it did pull up a characteristic, which means that's how its attitude will be like when you see it in game. And you got your IVs here, but I'm going to see if I can change. I'll just change it to 2, let's see what happens. Okay, progress is even slower, so I'll just hit cancel. So after you get the PID, you can fill it in. Okay, for me, I have to fill in the PID manually, just because my computer's like that. So I put in the numbers, whatever. I'll just leave it like that. And you can see the gender changed immediately, and the shiny box blanked out, because the PID I entered is for a female egg that is an adamant nature. So you can actually have the PID finder off to the side, just like that. And then you can go to stats, and whatever IVs are filled out, you can fill out the IVs here. Which means that, you can fill out the IVs here, and then once you have your EVs, when you research the Pokemon, you can fill out the EVs here. Don't mind the Skype pop-up, I didn't realize that it'd be just right there. Anyway, you have your attacks filled out, okay, and then you go to the original trainer miscellaneous. Choose indicates gender of original trainer of the Pokemon. So you can choose if you want it to be female or be a male. A load from save file, you don't have to worry about that. Generate shiny ID. This is what you need to click on if you make it a shiny Pokemon. You click that there. It will be part of the ID, and it'll be a shiny Pokemon now. I'll just close PID Finder for you. So basically, those are the steps basically, and they're not too difficult. It's actually quite easy to make an egg. So I encourage you, make as many as you want. I've made 24 or 25, and I've sent them all to Lemio. I've sent 23 to other people who have Egglocks going. Like I've sent a bunch to Mr. Dex HD. Like I said, I made a bunch for Lemio. I've sent a bunch all over PokeTubers, and I've said to them, when you have an Egglocke, use my eggs. That's all you have to do, really. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. There's the Majesty that is Master Mewtwo. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. As for the rules, I will actually pull those up. Just give me a couple seconds here. Okay, it's my video script. So I have egg rolls here, and this is basically what I want to see. As I discussed, no TMs or HMs. You can use level up moves and egg moves. Egg moves if you're using Cerebi.net, and that was my source. When you use Cerebi.net, scroll right down to around the bottom. You'll see the base stats and stuff. Plus, you'll see tutor moves, egg moves, Generation 3 and 4 only moves. Please use the egg moves and the level up moves, not the TMs or HMs. I probably won't notice, but you can slip in a move tutor move in if you want, because I did slap Blast Burn on Spike the Cyndaquil trying to get that in, but that didn't work. Okay, must be level 1. That can't be stressed. You try to put it at level 5, I hatch it, it immediately goes into the box, and it is untouched. It will be thrown into the grave box, basically. It will be considered dead to me. Should have IVs. I'm not going to make a big deal early on in the game, especially considering the Pokemon are going to be trained anyway. But please, if just to make my job a little easier, please add EVs. I don't personally train for EVs. I just train the Pokemon as I have it. So if it was, let me think of an example. Okay, when I get my starter, for example, when I was doing my run, you saw that I did not discriminate against natures. I did not discriminate against typing. Well, I did discriminate against typings, but I didn't discriminate against natures or beginning stats, because I really can't see into that. With playing the Gen 5 game, yes, the natures are a little more obvious, because it actually mark it red and blue, which suffers, which gains. But please make my job easier and add some EVs to the Pokemon. Okay, zero happiness in the egg. It makes my job a lot easier. It allows me to hatch it right away, rare candy it right away up to matching level, and everything works out from there. Abilities must be Gen 5 legal. If it is not legal to that Pokemon, I will double check in between episodes, and if I find that the ability is not legal to Gen 5, I will box it as well. It will immediately go into the grave box, because it will not count. It is basically a shell. Well, not like a Shedinja shell, but it's going to be a shell of the Pokemon it should have been. So in other words, it's almost like you're letting that Pokemon commit suicide in my video by having it hatched with the wrong ability. And I do apologize for making it sound so graphic, but that's reality for you. Okay, and the last one has to be put out there. Needs to be said, it can't be understated. No legendaries. Legendaries are basically an illegal egg, because legendaries can't breed. If it was like a Manaphy or a Phione, I think it would just be Manaphy, I will recognize the Manaphy egg, and please don't give me Manaphy. I've never used as Manaphy is as a Pokemon that I have never used. It's the principle. It's still considered a legendary. Pseudo legendaries are fine. Give me a Dratini egg, like that. That's fine. But I can't stress enough. Please, no TMs or HMs. Must be level 1. Should have EVs. If not, you'll be forgiven. There's no problem with that. 0 happiness in the egg, so it hatches immediately. Abilities must be Gen 5 legal. And no legendaries. No legendaries at all. Just like with the illegal abilities, just like with level 5 hatches, level 2 hatches, level 3 hatches, whatever, it will go into the grave box. I won't even make a new box for these Pokemon. They are considered dead to me. They won't even be counted. But I do apologize for the graphic nature of this video in terms of describing how, basically being blunt and saying these Pokemon will be outcast to live as the undead. But that's the reality of it. However, sorry, and thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I hope that this was enlightening for you, and I hope to get some more eggs from all of you. I do thank you for watching all of my videos. This is James, this is Master Mewtwo, and I am signing off. Send me eggs. Actually, no, wait. Before I sign off, I have 3 male eggs. I'd like to thank Tyranitar Tube and Mr. Baller for sending me eggs, but I need some female eggs. What I can do now is I already have started it a little bit. I have my starter and I have a catch. But I need to I need more than that because all I have are males. I need females. I need some chicks. It's a sausage fest right now. So just do what you can. Please send me eggs, male and female. If you're going to send me multiple eggs, try to make it equal, 50-50 male-female. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Now this is James, this is Master Mewtwo, signing off.